Welcome to my virtual open house. My name is Martin Kosovich, and I am your child's AP Comparative Government and Politics teacher. How to best contact me is through email at kosovichm@bbhcsd.org. I will get back to you within 24 hours, and if you'd like a phone call, please email me first and tell me that you want a phone call, and I will call you back using the school phone. My free periods are 1st, 5th, and 8th, and I'll be happy to meet with your child by appointment. All right, these are the courses I teach and advise. So I teach 4 different preps throughout the school day. I teach AP US History, Honors World, AP Comparative Government and Politics, and International Current Events. I advise Model United Nations and Morning Announcements BTV. Both of those clubs are slated to run this year so far. A special note on 2020, this year is unlike any before within living memory, is my full intention to be flexible. So I ask not only for myself, but for your children and for you, that we all take a moment, pause, take a breath, and we will work through this school year together and really focus on positive outcomes. As with all things 2020, everything in this presentation is tentative and subject to change once we discover the best practices in a hybrid learning environment. Lastly, I do not share my political, social, and religious views with your children. All right, what is AP Comparative Government and Politics? Well, first and foremost, I'm going to go over the 2020 specific changes that I have made. I am going to provide daily on-demand burst direct instruction. Those videos will range anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. Afterwards, there's going to be some sort of daily formative that will check their understanding of that daily burst instruction, and it will also serve as attendance. For the course itself, the goals are to understand major comparative political concepts, themes, and generalizations, have knowledge of important facts pertaining to the governments and politics of China, the United Kingdom, Iran, Mexico, Nigeria, and Russia, understand typical patterns of political processes and behavior and their consequences, be able to compare and contrast political institutions, and be able to analyze and interpret basic data relevant to comparative government and politics. The digital platforms I'm going to use, Google Classroom. This is going to be the primary vehicle for updates, material files, and learning activities. It's where my daily video bursts will live. We're going to use AP Classroom. I will assign topic questions and formative checks. Progress Split will be used for grade reporting and additional progress checks. And then Edge Elastic, that is where the summative assessments, the large summative assessments, are going to live. Evidence of learning, there are 2 types that I monitor. Formatives are the snapshot of the current progress and helps me augment the way I direct instruction. That'll make up 20% of their grade. And summative assessments, the evidence of their learning, quizzes, tests, projects, etc., and that makes up 80% of their learning. As for retakes, it is at my discretion and on a case-by-case basis. And the real thing that we have to keep in mind during this is, for many of the kids that are in this class, this is their first political science class. And it's going to take some time for them to learn the academic vocabulary to access the materials. And once they learn that academic vocabulary, they're going to have to start using it and applying it in free response questions that ask them to synthesize data. So it's not uncommon for kids to struggle in the first half of the first quarter. So if you see a poor grade on a free response question, that is not the end-all be-all. It's expected, and the rewrites are already built into it, and they are not considered retakes. The retakes that I'm talking about, where it's case-by-case and at my discretion, are some of the lower-level vocabulary terms and the larger tests, not so much the writing. If you have any further questions, please reach out to me at that email address, and I thank you for checking in on my open house video. Have a good night.